Data presentation techniques. Guidelines in constructing tables. Let's now discuss the guidelines in presenting our data in a table. First is that the table title should provide a quick insight of what the table is all about. It should answer the 4 questions. What, how, where, and when? What is our data? How is it classified? Where is it collected? And when is it collected? We have here an example. Table 2, number of respondents by civil status and sex in Quezon City, 2021. Let's have a short information about the table number first. Table number identifies the position of the table in a sequence. In our example, table 2 means that our table is second in the sequence. And we should also remember that in writing a table number, it should be in Arabic numeral form for easy reading. Now, let's proceed with the table title. As mentioned a while ago, the table title should answer the 4 questions: what, how, where, and when. First is, what is our data? So in the example, our data is the number of respondents. Now, how about the how part? How is it classified? Our example is classified by civil status and sex. Where is it collected? In Quezon City. And lastly, when is our data collected? Year 2021. Also, a few guidelines in writing table titles. First, capitalize the first letter of the first words, but not our conjunctions, prepositions, and articles. Also, we should avoid cutting our table title in such a way that we end with a preposition or an article. Next, use only by once, even if we have 2 or more classifications or variables of interest. For the text alignment of our table title, it can be left aligned or center aligned, but never right aligned. We should also use a different font style for our table title to distinguish it from a paragraph. Also, we should arrange our data meaningfully, meaning we can do it highest to lowest or lowest to highest. We should not cut our tables, and they should not bleed over the margins. If, for instance, our tables won't fit in the space left, let's place it on another page. In cases where we have long tables which require more than 1 page, we can use the tables feature of our MS Word or any word processing program to make the heading row repeat on the second and any subsequent pages. Let's now talk about some cell guidelines. First, numbers in the cell with more than 3 digits meaning thousands, millions, or billions should have a comma for easy reading of the number. Next, our numbers should be right aligned. This is also for easy understanding, and manual calculations will be easier this way. Also, note that the font size for tables should not be lower than font size 11, especially when we have numbers with many digits. Another thing to remember is the consistency of the decimal places displayed. If, for instance, we have a count that is far smaller than the total, we can increase the number of decimal places for that certain number, so it does not become 0. We should also include a footnote if needed, especially if our total or subtotal do not add up or are not 100%. We can use an asterisk to denote a footnote. But if we have 2 or more footnotes, it is better to use letters such as A, B, C or numbers 1, 2, 3. Refrain from using double asterisks or triple asterisks in this matter. Lastly, place a source note at the bottom of the table to acknowledge the source of your data, especially if we are not the ones who collected it.